Hi, my name is Jonas Zaman and I'm a Belgian researcher and I won the EFIC in 2019 and I am currently working at the University of Hasselt. My research is about pain and how pain makes us afraid, and that is very adaptive and helpful. Like if we burn ourselves from a stove, it's good to avoid that stove and be afraid of it. This fear can also become maladaptive in the sense that once we start being afraid of our own body, we can see that it can have a very bad impact on people's trajectories, that once people start living with pain, it can become or evolve into a chronic state, and that this fear plays a crucial role there. And while we know that fear has an influence on the behavior, that is, people start avoiding situations that they associate with pain, much less was known about how fear changes or shapes how we perceive signals from within the body. And that is exactly what I studied investigated with the EFIC-Grant, and that's where my research is focusing on. And then more precisely, how that, like, once we get afraid of a specific body part, how does that changes our ability to differentiate or perceive different sensations that originate from within that body part. The impact of the EFIC on my research career cannot be underestimated. I think without the EFIC, I would most likely no longer be in research. The EFIC came for me at exactly the right time, where I was trying to transition from a junior to a more senior independent researcher, but funding and opportunities are very slim at that stage, and the EFIC gave me the confidence to believe in myself and continue my research. What differentiates the EFIC from other grants is that it is, I think, the huge flexibility that you get. So you're very free to use the budget you want and how you want to use it. I think also the flexibility in the sense that there is very few restrictions regarding who can apply. They welcome, and especially they've encourage junior researchers to apply, which is, I think, very unique because there's not many grants that give you such an amount targeting at junior researchers. So I think it's one of the very few that really focus at people who are in their career trying to make this transition from junior to more senior researchers, which I think is really unique. So to all of those junior researchers who are maybe wondering, should I apply for an EFIC or not, my advice would be, don't doubt yourself, believe in yourself, believe in your ideas and the impact it can have, and just go for it. The three biggest advantages of the EFIC grant, I would say, is first of all the amount of budget you get and the huge flexibility. This allows you to really conduct state-of-the-art research for multiple years. The second one, I would say, is the international recognition that comes with getting this award. And the last one is the network. You get introduced and invited regularly, not only the year when you win, but also afterwards at many networking opportunities, and so you very quickly build a huge network that else would have taken you years to acquire. Another big advantage of when you win the EFIC is that you get an invitation to come to EFIC, where you get to meet a wide variety of international pain researchers from all disciplines, and where you not only get the acknowledgement during a ceremony, but you also get ample opportunities to network both during the conference but also after the conference. Like, they organize dinners for the EFIC winners where you get to meet current and previous EFIC winners, but also like other people from the pain community. But in addition to that, you also get invitations to contribute to EFIC symposia on future occasions, which is very nice because it gives you not only at that time a place to talk about your research, but also how your research evolves throughout your career. What is especially nice and special about the pain community is its openness and familiarity. Like it becomes one big community, one big family. And it's very nice to see the same faces at different conferences, to share ideas, to start new collaborations, and all working at trying to make people with pain, trying to give them a better life, trying to make the pain disappear from their lives. What differentiates the pain field from other scientific fields is that it's an interdisciplinary discipline. So you have both medicine that is represented, you have doctors, pharmaceutical companies, but also psychologists, physiotherapists, and they all work together and try to, they try to treat pain in the most optimal manner. And this idea that you cannot solve pain from just one perspective, but that you really need this multidisciplinary perspective in a way to really treat pain as efficiently as possible. I think that really makes the pain domain unique. When I talk about other previous EG winners, what I immediately notice is the warm and openness. Like when I was applying or thinking of applying for an EG grant, I contacted previous winners and they were very helpful in sharing their applications and to give me an idea on how to write such a grant. And also when I was contacting them and asking about their experiences, they were all also very positive and enthusiastic and all encouraged me to do it, for which I am very grateful. As we are now celebrating 20 years of EG, it's a good time to think about the impact EG has had on the field. And I think from my own experience, I know several researchers that now secured permanent academic positions at various universities worldwide that would have not gotten there most likely without of the EG. So on a personal level, it had a huge impact for those people, but also on an academic level, it led to very new insights. It inspired new research lines, but also it inspired new clinical treatment options. So I think the impact both on a scientific and a clinical level is huge. So my wish list for the next 20 years of EG would be that it continues the work that it is doing, that it's funding all types of research, that it remains its very interdisciplinary character, where you have both fundamental, clinical, psychological, medical research being funded by the EG, that I really wish that it keeps that purpose and that focus. When I heard about I got the EG grant, I was alone at home. But the first thing I did, I called Johan Vlaje, which is also a very big pain researcher who has been my mentor throughout my academic career. And so he was the first one who I immediately called. He was also super excited. And when I hang up the phone, I was actually more in a state of disbelief. I couldn't believe that I got this grant, that they saw potential in me, and it really gave me much more confidence to believe in my own research ideas and in their value and their potential impact. So now thinking back on how the EG changed things since 2019 for me, I can only be very grateful. It really gave me so much more confidence. It gave me recognition that triggered other opportunities. So I am just very grateful. So if I wouldn't have gotten the EG, I think my life would have most likely be quite different. I think the chances that I would be in academia would have been way lower and most likely non-existent, in the sense that I was at a crucial time where funding was difficult, and with the EG I managed to bridge some key periods which allowed me to continue my academic journey.